So what is up, everybody? It's Rodak from Rodak Survival, and do I have a treat for you today. Before we hop into today's video, don't forget, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit the like button. Now with that being said, let's just hop into it. So today, guys, I have a little bit of a story time for y'all. As some of you may not know, I actually fractured this wrist right here just a few weeks ago. So let's rewind a little bit, go back to the day it happened, and I'll kind of run you through the whole story. So it's just like any other Monday, I'm at work working, but I know later that night that there is going to be a lock-in at Skate World in Waco. Now you guys know I like going up there and I like getting footage. The lock-ins are fun, there's a lot of great and amazing skaters up there, so I always like to go up there on the lock-in nights to be able to get footage for you guys. So that was the plan for that night. So I get off at 6, come home, take a shower, make sure all the cameras and everything are good, and then I head to Waco. So when I end up getting to the rink, it's around 7:45, 8 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, fun. The night's young. We're gonna come in here, get some great footage, and I'm just gonna stay until all my camera batteries die. So I walk in, I'm saying what's up to everybody, saying hey to everybody. Everybody's excited. They see the camera. Everybody's just ready to have a fun night at the lock-in. So as I'm putting my skates on, they announce that their next song is going to be a fast skate. But the first fast skate is gonna be for the girls. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up. It gives me more time to put my skates on, say what's up to everybody, all those kind of things. So the next song comes on, women's fast skate starts. I got a little bit of footage right there for you. So yeah, just an ordinary night, women's fast skates going on, and after about 3 or 4 minutes after the song's over, it's time for the guys' fast skate. Now, the guys' fast skate starts, and keep in mind, guys, it is like 8:15. I've been here for like 15 minutes so far. So as I'm going out for the guys' fast skate, I hand the camera to somebody that I know, and I'm like, hey, grab some footage for me. So we're out there for about a minute or two, and I'm skating along. I'm skating with some of the people that I know. I'm picking up the speed a little bit here and there, and then that's when it happened. As I'm leaning down to go into a corner, I start raising up because I'm coming back onto the straightaway of the rink, and my left knee just completely gives out on me. Guys, if you don't know, I've had issues with my left knee since my senior year in high school. I actually had an avulsion break in my knee in my senior year of high school, and then I had a full ACL reconstruction in that knee the year after I graduated high school. I just remember raising up, losing my balance a little bit, and the next thing you know, I'm like face down on the floor and everybody's kind of around me. Now before I dive deeper into the story, I will go ahead and share with you the clips right now. So guys, as you can see, I actually smacked the floor pretty hard, and like I said, with a skating floor, they tend to be a little sticky, so for me to be able to hit the floor and slide that much until the only thing stopping me was the wall, yeah, it was a pretty hard hit. Now just an example of how hard I actually hit the floor, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you that footage one more time. I'm gonna bump up the audio just a little bit, and what I want you to do, so I want you to close your eyes and just listen to the clip run through again right before I come onto screen. So right as the camera's panning over and you see me sliding across the floor, you can actually hear my body smack the floor. So yeah guys, I'll actually have to say, out of hockey and everything, that is the hardest hit I have ever taken while skating. So I'm laying there on my stomach and I'm like, all right, you know, evaluation check. What's broken? Is anything broken? Did I hit my head? All this sort of stuff. And as soon as I go to get up, I don't even realize my wrist. I don't even feel that at all. The only thing I feel is this back hip bone, because that's what hit first. I go to stand up. I go to push myself up off the floor, and I'm like, damn, my back hurts so bad. But at that time, all I could think about was I wanted to get up off the rink. I didn't want them to stop the music and have to stop everything just for me. So I'm like, I asked two people, I'm like, hey, let me put my arms around your heads, kind of drag me off. I'll skate on one skate off just I can't put any weight on this left skate right now. So I end up coming off and nothing really too crazy ended up happening after that. I kind of sat out for about 10-15 minutes. I went and skated around just a little bit just to kind of see how it was. I didn't know if it was just a bruise or anything like that. It hurt really bad. I could tell my back was already, that back hip bone was already really swollen. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call it a night, but I don't know if I'm gonna go to the emergency room or not. So I get to the car and I sit in the car for like 10 minutes just because I'm like, man, my back hurts. I don't really want to drive, but I gotta drive. I'm there by myself. So I told myself whenever I get back to Troy, I'm going to get out at the gas station, kind of move around a little bit, see how I feel, and based on how I feel, I'm going to go to the emergency room or not. So I get to Troy, I pull up in the gas station parking lot, I go to get out of the car, and I can't even lift my leg to get out of the car. So I'm like, okay, yep, it's time. I gotta go to the emergency room. I don't know if something's broken, anything like that. Now at this point, I could start feeling my wrist, and I look down and my watch band is like, my wrist is so swollen that my watch band is like super, super tight. And I'm like, okay, I must have hit my wrist too. I don't even remember that, but I guess all the adrenaline and everything started to wear off, and once I made it back to Troy, my wrist was killing me too. So I head to the ER down here in Temple, and I sit in there and I get evaluated. Now they give me a shot, a Toradol shot. It really didn't do too much. They take x-rays, all that good stuff. I'm in there till maybe like 1, 2 in the morning. And the x-ray results come back. Luckily, there's no dislocation in my hip or anything like that, but there was a small fracture in the wrist. So they give me a little brace and they send me on my way. But the doctor did tell me to go ahead and make an appointment with my primary doctor in 48 hours if my wrist doesn't look like it's gonna get any better, or if it doesn't feel any better, or the swelling hasn't gone down, because there might be fractures or breaks in there that they can't see in the initial 48 hours, something like that. Here's where the story really takes a downturn, other than the fact that I've already like eaten shit at this point, and there's a fracture in my wrist, and like I got this huge bruise on my back. So that Wednesday rolls around and I go to my primary doctor. Now this previous like day and a half has really sucked because I didn't have any pain medication, all this stuff, and it was hard to sleep. It just sucked all around. So I go into the doctors, they kind of reevaluate me, re-x-ray, nothing's changed from the x-rays. So that is good right there. But the doctor ended up giving me some of this cream, and it's not like an over-the-counter cream, so it's super strong, and essentially I can't feel anything at that point. I rubbed some on my back, rubbed some on my wrist, and it's essentially like I'm pain-free. Felt like I could walk just fine. It felt like there is no pressure or anything like that on my back from all the swelling. My wrist felt fine. I mean, there was like a little sharp pain in there, but I was able to move it like it was nothing. Like before I had this, it was like I couldn't even really move it without it hurting. I was in a brace. Guys, you know what Wednesday night is. Wednesday night is hockey night. So I'm sitting there debating over this next like 2 hours before I gotta leave to go to hockey. I'm like, the doctor told me there's nothing more that I can do. Like, well, the damage is done. There's nothing more I can do. And also at the same time, I'm like, I'm pain free. I haven't posted a video in like 3 or 4 days. The hockey content is what everybody seems to like and what everybody seems to come for. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go there tonight and try to gut it out and get content for you guys. I figured the least I could do is just be out there, not even get involved in really much of the play, but still be able to get, like I said, some good content for you guys. So I ended up going that night. Each one of my shifts were like 30 seconds to a minute long. I was like, I don't want to push it. I'm not gonna risk it. And I didn't even end up using any of that footage because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even skating hard. I'm not trying to stick it. I'm not doing anything because I'm just not trying to push it that much. And so what sucks is the next day I'm sitting here, I go back to work that Friday, and it's Thursday right now. I tell somebody close to me that I went and played, and that person completely loses it, and this person proceeds to call me a liar and a manipulator and things of that nature. And to be fair, to see it from both sides, I can understand their point about me maybe manipulating them by telling them how bad I was hurt and things of that nature. But in my own defense, I did not go wake up that Wednesday and say like, hey, I'm gonna go play hockey today. It was all just by circumstance with a doctor's appointment that day, and then it was me being blinded by just trying to grow my YouTube channel and trying to get content. Like, yes, I can sit here and try to defend myself and say that we're all humans and that we all make mistakes, but I can't blame anybody for their reaction to my actions. So to that person, I just wanted to say that I apologize. It was never my intent to want to make you feel like you were lied to or manipulated or anything like that. Like I said, everything that had been explained to that point, how much pain I was in, all those sort of things was absolutely 100% true, and it was just a matter of circumstance of being able to go to the doctor that day, being able to feel pain-free later that day, and like I said, being blinded by trying to just grow my YouTube channel and selfishly doing so. I didn't look at the bigger scheme of everything and just selfishly made a decision to want to go get video. So again, to that person, I just wanted to say that I apologize. Even though I felt like I was doing nothing wrong, I can't blame you for your actions or the way that you feel now. But guys, the big reason why I wanted to make this video was just to let you guys know that the lesson learned is just to look at everything in the bigger picture and don't just be blinded by one thing when making a decision. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in a later video. Peace.